Come on, really?
What? Hey, how's it going there, your old pal Jim, super picker flipping duo? It is Sunday. We're gonna ship a little bit. We got a lot to ship. We're not gonna ship it all, but we're gonna ship some. I'm actually I bought a DJI Osmo 4 action camera for this channel, so we're going to just do a test run with it, just to test the functions out and stuff like that, so I can get better at using this thing and all of its features and functions and things like that. So yeah, we'll do a quick, not probably not quick because I'm long-winded. So we're gonna do a video, and yeah, we'll ship some stuff. We'll talk a bit, and I'll get some practice in using this camera. So let's get to shipping. And the thing I like about this camera is I can pick it up, I can set it down. I do have a neck piece coming in so that I got a best offer. I can do some thrifting, um, and you can actually see what I'm seeing and stuff like that. So that'll be coming soon, and it's got a magnetic piece so I can still use all of my magnetic mounts around the workshop and still use the camera and not have to use my phone. And I can pay attention to offers and things like that. So let's get to shipping. Now I can also just take the camera and just move it around and be like, hey, I sold this, instead of popping off camera. So we've got this Categories Junior. And now you can actually watch me bubble wrap if you're into that kind of thing. But this camera has its own video editor, of course. So I want to check that out. It's got the ability to move videos to my phone if I still want to use the editor that I had been using, which I do like very much, mainly because it's got a audio editing feature where I can cut out all the background noise. So every time I use my tape like this, you don't hear it. But I don't know if this DJI app has that feature. So I've got to actually do a video to see if it has that feature. So, and I could just do like a whatever video just to test it out. But I figured, why not just actually do a video for the channel and see if and then play with it and put the video up and see how it plays that way. So I'm gonna forget the box cutters there. So yeah, this Categories Junior sold for $26, going to San Diego, California, which is not ideal. But I had it up for $28.50, so I can't really, I mean that's a solid offer. It just sucks that they live about as far away from me as you can live in the country. So this is shipping 3 pounds. And make sure, I don't know if my dimensions are right, what I put in there. I can never remember dimensions of games, even though I ship the same games over and over and over. I should just write them down. Like I had 15, 11, 3. This is 13, 9, 3. So I'm going to save some money there. Not a lot. You see, I can just take the camera and just go boop, and now you're here. So I can do 13, 9, 3. Didn't change the price. Nope, not one bit. So 1142 is the shipping cost, and my printer's not on. So let's see, turn the printer on. My camera stopped recording there, and I got to figure out why. Did I hit something? Is it set to a max? I don't know. So we'll figure that out. So next up, we've got this vintage Payday. I think this is 1975 Payday. I'm flying solo out here for right now. Ashley's inside making up a chili. We like to do chili every now and again. She makes a great chili. And one of our tenants in one of the trailers that we rent hurt himself riding his motorcycle. Nothing major. He just like strained a ligament in his ankle. So he's going to be out of work for like a month because he's got to be off of his feet. And so we're going to bring him some food, and we've already given him like our PS3 to play with and to keep him busy and his mind off of the fact that he can't work. And we're going to bring him over some chili a bit later. And he originally thought he was going to be out of work for 6 to 8 weeks, but he went to the doctor, to his orthopedic, and it's not worst case scenario. So thank goodness for that. He's only out 4 weeks, which is, ideally you don't want to be out at all, but from what he said, he was only going like 10 miles an hour. And he was just, trying to turn in like a gas station or something and just ran something over, and his tire got caught and the bike fell on him. So that's all it takes. He's got this really nice Harley. Not that I'm into motorcycles, I'm really not. It's a really nice bike. He does this Christmas run every year, and he dresses up like the Grinch. So the bike is Grinch green, and he rides around, and it's all to raise money for kids charities, and he's a really nice guy, and feel bad that he can't do what he wants to do, which is just work. And so we're gonna help him take his mind off of things and keep him fed and all of that. So yeah, we're gonna run some chili over to him later. Now let's see. Move this over here, and every time it's gonna get a little bit lower, so I'll have to find a new spot for it. So let's see, 1971 Payday. I'm not doing things in order. It's just whatever's next on the stack here. So I gotta scroll. There it is. Sold this for $30. Shipping to Massachusetts. $7.02. Going FedEx Ground Economy. So that makes up for the last one, right? So that's not too bad. We can deal with that. So let me try to put my camera up here. Let's see how that looks. Just for when yeah, there's a little box right here, but We can deal with that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this thing is still on or what. I guess so. Yeah, the screen just blacked. Okay. New camera. Fun times. Let's keep moving. We've got this 30th edition Payday. Brand new. Like, I mean, we're just going to ship a couple of board games. Just really quick. Just to test this camera out, like I said. Nothing crazy. So something, Ashley and I went to our local thrifts a couple days ago. And I know a couple of videos ago, I had talked about getting into books, and I really don't like it. I don't like looking through books. So I'm I'm changing my tactic there. We're not going to do books. We're not going to look through books. Um, it's not fun for me. I don't like just scanning barcodes. There's the thing I hated the most about selling on Amazon, just going to retail stores and just aimlessly scanning barcodes, finding stuff that was profitable to flip. Like it's mindless. There's no strategy to it. It's just scanning, just needle in a haystack type stuff. So nothing, you know. So I think one thing that one area that I went to that I go through, like I walk through, but I don't stop, is dishes. And we used to sell dishes, but we stopped because of the weight, the fragility, um, the demand isn't super high. It can be depending on what you find. Um, but overall, the demand is better than books, I think. Um, you can more frequently find higher profit stuff in dishes than you can in books that sell with a higher sell-through rate, less competition, so on and so on. So I think dishware is where we're going to go next, particularly with like discontinued stuff from like Crate and Barrel, from like Pier 1. Obviously, they're not in business anymore. Stores like that, Pottery Barn, because that stuff can be quite in demand. So that's what I'm going to focus on when I go to thrifts now. That's our new category for now. That was 18, 11, 3. So let's move the old camera here. Pop up here. Oops, sorry. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna go down the dish aisle and look at dishware, like this discontinued stuff. Maybe it'll be good, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, we found some dishes. We found these. These are Pier 1. I don't know if you can read that, but Pier 1 Italian swirl. These are salad plates. They go for about $20 a piece. Is what the sale price is. The list price is about the same. There are quite a few sellers, so it's a high competition category, but sell-through is pretty decent. Not great. It's around 30%, but but I'm listing these as like single replacements with a quantity. So if somebody like I'll picture one plate and I'll say, hey, we've got 7 plates. And you know, one is 20. If you want to buy 7, it's 20 times 7. The condition may be a slightly different per plate is what I put. So, because you can't see each and every plate, and they are hand painted. So even at that, like it's going to be slightly different. Um, so yeah, just that's where I'm going with our new category. Books is just so, I mean, you're just scanning barcodes trying to find a good book. I mean, there's no fun in that. It's not fun. That's kind of blah. That's not. Now if you're into books and you follow authors like you do clothing brands, books can be very good. Um, I know some, I don't know enough. And at this point, I don't want to take the time to learn it. So I'm not going to. um, yeah, so that's that. Next up, we got this 1986 Mousetrap. When is that? This year Mousetrap in particular sells extremely, extremely fast. I'm wondering if I should pack the box a little bit. I'm going to. Like Game of Life Pictionary fast. 2005 and the 90s sells okay. Not nearly as fast. Like if you want to turn your money fast, this 80s version is what you want to go after. It's better. Just don't want the pieces to move around too much. Mostly that's for, I know what it's like to drive around with a bunch of stuff moving around in the back of the car. Not saying that the FedEx guy or the UPS the mail carrier can hear it, but I don't want the customer to pick up their package and like, oh, well, everything's moving around. So we try to stabilize stuff as much as possible. So another thing we're doing, moving forward, is ran out of tape. We're not going to source stuff that takes too long to prep. We're gonna like a little bit of prep is okay, but if we're gonna take more than 10 minutes or so to prep, then it's not a purchase we want to make, unless the profit is there to spend more time on it. But for $10 to prep more than 10 minutes is not really worth it. Since we both work this business, we really want to maintain about a $50 an hour average. Which means that on our prep time, we really can't spend more than 10 minutes. So we're gonna, and that includes board games. Like some board games are very intense with their pieces. They have a lot of pieces, high piece count, a lot of different stuff going on. If it's going to be that intensive and it's only a $30 game, we're not going to buy it. Like, because it's just, if it's going to take 15, 20 minutes to go through all the pieces and make sure it's all there, particularly one that Ashley's not familiar with, so she has to learn it. Now, if it's a $75 game, that's a different story, right? So, but for a $25, $30 game, it's just not worth it, worth our time to go through it, everything. Or to give you another example in a different category, if we're buying a used coffee maker and it needs a ton of cleaning, let's say a half an hour's worth of cleaning, and we could pick it up for $10, but we could sell it for 60. You know, that might not be a great buy, even though you can make money on it. You're spending all that time going through everything and cleaning it. You know, in the end, how much money are you really making? Like, you've got to value your time as well. You know, you can't just buy stuff at a profit without calculating how much time you're spending on making that profit. So we're going to focus on that this year. And once the magnetic stuff comes in, I won't be moving the camera around like that. So yeah, so that's another thing that we're going to be working on. Here's Mousetrap. This one again, 702, shipping to Fayetteville, North Carolina. Sold it for $38. So again, we had that one sale on that Categories Junior that went to San Diego. The rest of it went locally. I mean, North Carolina is not exactly local, but it shipped like it's local. You know, $7 to ship to North Carolina is cheap. So, all right, guys. I just want to do a quick video just to test this camera out. I think I got a good test here. So, like, comment, subscribe, all the happy horseshit. We will catch you next time.